Isometric games aren't just a top-down view. They're a window into entire worlds where every angle, every detail, and every decision matters. And in recent months, there's been a surge in such projects. Unique RPGs, dark roguelike action games, and survival titles set in the most unexpected settings. In this video, I'll talk about the most interesting and promising new isometric games. Some of them have already been released this year, while others are still in development or coming out soon. Some might become big hits, while others will surprise you with fresh ideas. I'll start with Railgods of Hystera. This is a co-op survival action game set in a post-apocalyptic world twisted by Lovecraftian madness. Players take on the role of dreamers, awakened from the dream worlds and bound to a creature that's a hybrid of a train and a monster. This train serves not only as transportation, but also as a mobile base that can be upgraded by adding new functional cars. To keep it running, players must feed it the flesh of enemies, gather resources, and perform dark rituals. Gameplay combines survival, base building, and action elements. You can play solo or in co-op with up to 5 players, exploring, fighting cultists and monsters, and managing your sanity as the world's madness creeps in. The game features a character and train progression system, including the ability to perform sacrifices for dark powers, as well as procedurally generated events and locations. Hell Express, a cooperative shooter set in Hell. As a member of a weaponized delivery company operating in Limbo, you'll choose from a diverse cast of characters, each with unique abilities. You'll face demons and other supernatural entities along the way. Each level represents a different circle of hell, complete with its own enemies and challenges. You'll travel in the Hell Trekker, a vehicle that can be customized and upgraded. You'll control it in real time and fend off attacking enemies, but you won't be able to stay in the machine forever. You'll need to leave it to find fuel and crafting resources. Prelude Dark Pain, a tactical RPG where you play as a blacksmith leading a rebellion against a crusade in a war and plague-ravaged world. The developers promise over 20 unique heroes, each with 2 talent trees and 24 abilities, whom you can recruit for various missions. Gameplay includes settlement management, expansion of influence on the map, and mission types ranging from escort and scouting to diplomacy and defense. Choices you make will affect both the storyline and the world's development. Survive the Fall, a survival RPG set in the aftermath of a mysterious global collapse. Players take on the role of one of the few survivors navigating a shattered world filled with danger, scarcity, and hidden secrets. The game blends exploration, base building, and tactical decision-making. You'll need to scavenge for resources, manage hunger and morale, and make hard choices that affect your group's survival. The world reacts dynamically to your actions. Allies can become enemies, weather and seasons change gameplay, and the ruins of the old world hide both valuable loot and deadly threats. Survive the Fall promises deep character progression, branching narratives, and a gritty, atmospheric setting for fans of hardcore survival experiences. Lost in Random, The Eternal Die is a roguelite action game set in the whimsical world of Random. Players assume the role of Queen, accompanied by her die companion Fortune, as they navigate a randomly generated gauntlet filled with monstrous foes and challenging board game-inspired dungeons. The game combines fast-paced combat with strategic decision-making, utilizing a unique dice roll mechanic that can dramatically alter the course of battles. Throughout the journey, players can collect and upgrade a variety of weapons, harness elemental relics, and unlock powerful card-based abilities to customize their playstyle. The game features 4 distinct biomes, each offering unique challenges and secrets to uncover. The Sanctuary serves as a hub where players can unlock new weapons, purchase upgrades, and undertake quests to prepare for subsequent runs. Vault Breakers is a hardcore isometric ARPG that combines fast-paced brawler-style combat with tense extraction gameplay set in a constantly evolving fantasy world. Players take on the role of champions tasked with defending the world from an ancient evil. Each champion is unique, featuring customizable skills, perks, and artifacts that allow players to tailor their playstyle. You'll face unpredictable enemies controlled by AI or other players. Battles demand precise timing, strikes can be deadly, and well-timed attacks can deal double damage. The game also features a robust progression system, item crafting, and competitive challenges where players can climb the leaderboards. Deliver at all costs. Set in 1959, you play as a tough-as-nails courier tasked with delivering the craziest and most dangerous packages. You'll transport bizarre cargo, like a giant fish or an unstable bomb, across hazardous and destructible routes. Players will face a range of obstacles, from hostile locals to crumbling roads, and will need to upgrade their vehicle to complete missions successfully. The game features 3 acts filled with colorful characters and unexpected plot twists, along with a vibrant 1950s atmosphere backed by a fitting soundtrack and visual style. Spark in the Dark, an atmospheric dungeon crawler set in a dark fantasy world. You'll explore the endless depths of a mysterious dungeon, facing monsters, traps, and puzzles. Developers promise multiple hero classes with unique skills and a rich lore revealed through books, diaries, and notes scattered throughout the dungeon. You'll improve your character's abilities by using them and deal with blessings, curses, and injuries. Procedurally generated levels, enemies, and loot will ensure that each run feels fresh and unique. Heroes of Might and Magic: Olden Era. The story unfolds on the continent of Jadam, previously mentioned in the series but now taking center stage for the first time. Players must unite 6 factions, ranging from classic humans to the mysterious Hive, insect-like creatures possessed by a demonic inferno lord. The gameplay will feel familiar to fans of the genre: world exploration, resource gathering, castle development, and tactical combat on hex-based battlefields. A new faction laws system allows for deeper kingdom customization. The game will feature 2 modes: a classic mode with a single hero and arena mode, along with a non-linear single-player campaign and a map editor for creating custom scenarios. The Precinct, an isometric action game set in the 1980s in a fictional city inspired by New York. You play as a rookie cop, the son of a slain police chief, in what is essentially an open-world police simulator. You'll follow proper procedures like issuing tickets, reading Miranda rights, engaging in chases, and making arrests. Gameplay is inspired by early Grand Theft Auto titles, offering a top-down perspective and a richly detailed urban environment. You'll need to balance law enforcement duties with the reality of using force, all while uncovering deeper mysteries within the city. As One We Survive, a survival game set in post-apocalyptic America. You play as a father desperately searching for help for his sick daughter in a world ravaged by a pandemic. The game blends survival mechanics with community management, featuring base building, resource gathering, and defense against external threats. There will be 2 modes: a story mode following the father's journey, and a sandbox survival mode with an open world. The game includes a realistic healing system using bandages and rest, and a deep skill progression system with dynamic NPC interactions. Menace, a tactical strategy game set in a sci-fi universe where you lead a squad of elite soldiers sent to combat alien threats across the galaxy. You'll manage your team, customize gear, develop skills, and make strategic battlefield decisions. The game features rich lore, varied enemy types, and procedurally generated missions. Inspired by classic tactical games like XCOM, gameplay offers turn-based combat with a high difficulty curve. You'll need to adapt to changing mission conditions, manage limited resources, and make choices that impact the fate of your squad. Oceaners, an adventure game set in a world covered entirely by ocean. You play as the captain of a ship, exploring endless waters, discovering new islands, engaging with different factions, and battling sea monsters. You'll manage your crew, upgrade your ship, gather resources, and complete various quests. Choices will influence relationships with other factions, and players will uncover secrets of sunken civilizations while adapting to dynamic weather conditions. The game promises a unique visual style and a deep progression system, offering a fresh take on isometric adventure gameplay. Romstead, a survival crafter set in a fantasy version of the Roman Empire, which has fallen to a zombie outbreak. You play as survivors trying to build and grow a settlement while fending off waves of the undead and hunting mythical creatures. The developers promise 6 diverse biomes, including plains, forests, swamps, deserts, volcanic zones, and an abandoned megacity. Players can recruit other survivors, assign them roles, and manage their well-being. You'll also interact with the Roman pantheon by offering sacrifices to the gods in exchange for blessings. The game supports co-op multiplayer. Rue Valley, an isometric point-and-click adventure where the protagonist is trapped in a time loop at the Rue Valley Motel. The game features a unique personality-building system, allowing players to experiment with different traits and actions that influence the story's progression. Gameplay revolves around exploring the motel and its surroundings, interacting with various characters, and collecting clues to unravel the mystery behind the time anomaly. The visual style is inspired by comic books and games like Disco Elysium, offering a unique atmosphere and a deep, narrative-driven experience. Good Heavens, an RPG with crafting and building elements set in the afterlife world of Xantrar. You play as the last chosen one, tasked with either saving this chaotic realm or simply embracing its absurdity. The game features procedurally generated worlds, a dynamic ecosystem, and a class system that allows players to grow in areas like farming, cooking, trading, and martial arts. The world is inhabited by diverse races and factions with distinct traits and relationships. Players can build bases, explore floating islands, and interact with NPCs, shaping the world around them. Anvil Empires, a massive multiplayer strategy game where thousands of players work together to build empires, wage wars, and conquer in a persistent online world. You can construct settlements, develop your economy, take part in large-scale battles and sieges, and manage logistics to support your armies. The game promises fortification building, resource gathering, siege weapon creation, and real-time battles involving up to 1,000 players. Victory depends not just on brute force, but on efficient supply chains and economic strategy. The Bustling World, an upcoming RPG and life simulation set in ancient China. The developers aim to create a vibrant, dynamic world where every NPC has personality, goals, and relationships, and where the environment changes based on your choices. You can farm, craft, trade, run a business, or explore the world as a warrior, traveler, or politician. The game offers a high level of freedom, from building structures with over 2,000 architectural elements to influencing the economy and taking part in political and military conflicts. Its rich visual style is inspired by traditional Chinese art, and the clothing and animation systems are grounded in realistic physics. The world responds to your actions, creating a unique story for every playthrough. "33 Immortals" is a large-scale co-op action roguelike. The game immerses players in a top-down journey through hell, purgatory, and heaven, inspired by Dante's Divine Comedy. Players assume the role of a damned soul rebelling against divine judgment, engaging in 33-player cooperative raids that last approximately 25 minutes. These sessions involve battling hordes of enemies, completing mini-dungeons known as torture chambers, and confronting massive bosses, all while utilizing a variety of weapons and abilities. The game features 14 distinct weapons inspired by the 7 deadly sins and 7 heavenly virtues, allowing players to customize their playstyle. Each session begins in the Dark Forest, where players select their character archetypes before venturing into procedurally generated challenges. As players progress, they unlock relics and face escalating trials, culminating in intense boss battles. These are some of the most exciting upcoming isometric games. Many are still in development, but even now, you can see how full of ambition, innovation, and fresh ideas they are. Let me know in the comments which projects you're most excited about, and which one you wish you could play right now. The Image Game Channel was with you. Have a nice day.